All right, thank you. All right. Hey, guys, thank you. I appreciate you stopping by. Good job. Good job. Thank you, guys, very much. Thank you very much. Thanks for stopping by, guys.
You take it easy.
Have a good evening. Sorry?
What's up, Mike?
Brad Mack. How are you doing?
Good.
Nice to see you.
Gave the footage this morning on the Reading
Oh, okay.
incident. So
How
you
was
guys
that?
did yeah. I mean, not as bad as this, but you know. So
Yeah, this is
obviously.
pretty sad.
Very sad, man. We could be burning out houses on a brush fire.
Look at this shit.
This is
They
like,
pulled the fucking, pulled the
we
manhole
were very
cover
thankful
out.
we were just minutes behind it.
So we went south.
I probably just throw a backslide.
Coming west, we went south to get in front of it and ended up getting right in the middle, right behind the tornado.
No.
Literally,
down by
minutes.
Independence.
Yeah, we followed it from was it Independence all the way out here, and then we got to 166 and started getting the hill, and I kept saying just go a little south, we'll catch back up with it. And then the hill ran right over, so we ended up taking cover.
We couldn't see much. It was raining so hard. It was hailing so much.
Yeah.
Hopefully
So,
that's why we looked
yeah.
like
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. So we went to cover. I'm looking on the radar going, uh-oh.
Yeah, 130, just like all they got now.
It's a real mess, that's for sure. There's more stores. Anything else I can say?
So you guys take care.
Hey, thanks guys. Thanks, bye-bye.
Oh.
Yeah, we're going to say that. John just told me that. Well, you can keep that there.
So, I mean, the only thing I could really get out of Winston was that Al's coming down tomorrow. So you and Al will probably wake up it all together.
He's going to be here for the morning?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you been able to get a hold of this guy that has the video? The guy that's trying to get in contact with us. I'll ask. So what do you want us to do here, Sean? You've got video and stuff you want to show, or what do you have? Do you have the fire station? Okay. Okay, that's the firefighters actually like digging through the truck, right? Did they pull a guy out of there? Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right, thank you. We're close. Stand by. Stretch. Oh, well, Paul's just saying it now. We're ready. We're ready. Well, you know, we've seen a couple of those and witnessed them firsthand. You know, we saw a pet, a dog that was pulled out of a home, and he looked to be okay, looked to be maybe in shock, but it was nice to see that. Other people that are reuniting with family members that they had no idea where they were. You know, cell phone service is almost non-existent now in Joplin because of the tornado that's come through, and they can't get in touch with one another. People that are from out of town trying to get in touch with somebody that lives here, a family member or a friend. I think those kind of stories are some of the feel-good stories that you'll hear over the next couple of days. We've talked to a lot of people that live in neighboring communities, and they just want to come and help. They've brought their work gloves, or they've brought shovels, or they've brought blankets, or anything they can do just to help, to search through debris, to look for somebody. You know, when we first rolled up, we had no idea what was going on. We knew that something had happened. We'd heard on our scanner. Well, the first thing we saw were firefighters actually climbing out of debris and then searching through their fire truck to get their own out of their crushed firehouse. And then just beyond that, you know, we saw really the real breadth of this storm. It's huge. I mean, the devastation goes on as far as you can see, and so many homes are just completely flattened. I mean, it's not just like a home was maybe damaged and a tree fell on it, or maybe, you know, the windows are broken out of the car. Everything is destroyed. Even if you were maybe taking refuge down in your vehicle, you were getting out of your mobile home, you're getting in your car and you're ducking down below the window level, that may not have even saved you. Maybe the only safe place to be in this tornado was underground, because so many things are just completely flattened here. It's an extraordinarily sad situation. We know now that at least 24 people have died in this tornado. Our crew, unfortunately, has witnessed several of those this evening. Many, many injuries in this town. They are requesting as many medical personnel in Joplin as possible. It's been a steady stream of ambulance and fire trucks all evening long here in Joplin as they continue to respond to the calls. They need lights now. It's dark, and so they need generators. They need portable lights. They'll need to do search and rescue through the overnight, and then tomorrow morning when the sun comes up, that task becomes a little bit easier. But search and rescue are en route here. We have just spoken earlier this evening, I should say, with the state of Missouri. They are efforting every possible resource they have to Joplin, Missouri tonight after a very large multi-vortex tornado touchdown in this quiet southwest town. The damage behind us obviously is extensive. It's going to take a very long time to clean all of this up. Here on the Weather Channel, we will stay with this story. We'll bring it to you throughout the evening, the lives that has affected the town that is now turned upside down. Paul and Kelly, words and pictures probably don't do it justice. We say that all the time. I think in this case in particular, that holds very, very true. National Guard's been activated. Whoa, dude, that thing sounds bad. National Guard is being deployed to Joplin. Troopers, law enforcement, special emergency constables, emergency disaster med officers team are coming.
That's not good.
Okay, thank you. So nothing in this block? All right. Okay. How far away are we, you think? All right, thank you. I'll be right back.
How far out?
About 6 minutes.
Try one more time. Whoa, whoa, sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's a little wider. It's a flood, so.
Do you want to back it up and put a little spin on him or no?
Sure.
That'll probably get him.
Yeah, just a little bit on his face. Makeup.
Kickoff.
Yeah.
Pretty tough by doing this. Can you stand a little bit? Yeah, down a little. Come around.
That.
That's all right. You're probably going to need a little more, just a touch more headroom, I think. You don't
Thank
have
you
any
very
more
much. I'm going to pass on some of this. I'm going to say some of this information about National Guard has been mobilized. Emergency Operations Center, state of emergency, these kind of things from the governor. The governor says, quote, as a state, we're deploying every agency and resource available to keep Missouri families safe, searching for the missing, provide emergency medical care, and begin to recover. There is a number to call, 211 service. Okay. 211. Disaster information, shelter information, referrals, 211.
How about? It's looking pretty good. Okay. A little on his shoulder, but that's all right.
My goodness. Where's that from? Say it one more time. Demort. Mortuary response. Is Demort a town? Mobile. Okay. Okay. Demort. Mortuary emergency services. Response teams. Okay, I got you. Thank you. We're coming up shortly. Okay, just roll it whenever. I'm just going to talk new information, okay? Put it in as soon as you want. All we have is nighttime stuff now. Is that better? Can I pull my hat down a little now?
That's good.
Really, really tough day here in southwest Missouri as Joplin has been very, very hard hit by a tornado. It's damage as far as the eye can see. It's very reminiscent of what we saw just 3 short weeks ago in Alabama as tornadoes raced across that state and caused hundreds of fatalities. We now know there are at least 24 people dead this evening in Joplin. That number is expected to rise. We're getting a new report and some information that mobile mortuary response teams are being sent here for mass fatalities. It's not information that we like to share with you, but it's necessary to get the word out just how much need there is in Joplin tonight. The Governor, Jay Nixon, has declared a state of emergency, has mobilized the Missouri National Guard. They'll be sent in here as soon as possible. The Emergency Operations Center is now in full functioning capacity in the Capitol. The Disaster Medical Assistance Team has also been mobilized. They'll provide aid and assistance. And the governor says, quote, as a state, we are deploying every agency and resource available to keep Missouri families safe, to search for the missing, and to provide emergency medical care and begin to recover. The recovery is going to take quite some time. Even the search and rescue may take quite some time. There are so many neighborhoods that have been hit and leveled, not just damaged, leveled here in Joplin, a very large, very damaging tornado has moved through this town. We're very fortunate as a crew. We were actually out here chasing this afternoon. We saw the storm. We actually ended up pausing just a little bit on our chase as we watched a wall cloud develop and some hail. We ended up having to travel at a very slow rate of speed because the visibility was so low. Fortunately for our crew, and everyone is safe, we were just minutes behind that. Had we been traveling at maybe even regular speed limits, we would have been right in the middle of it. The devastation is truly amazing. You look at all the homes that are flattened, businesses that are damaged, cars like the one behind me here. There's a big pickup truck, by the way. It's pretty much flattened as well. Every vehicle in the parking lot of the hospital that's over my shoulder was damaged, basically destroyed, I would say, and the hospital itself is non-operational at this point. It's St. John Hospital. It is non-operational. They've taken all their patients out. The critical care patients have gone to Freeman. They're not accepting any more patients. The patients are actually being taken to other hospitals, and if you do not have a life-threatening injury, you're asked to go to a triage facility that's been set up at Memorial Hall. So still an ongoing situation this evening, Paul and Kelly, and now that night is set in, makes it a very difficult task for anyone to find anybody at nighttime when they don't have any power in this town. So, all right, I will do that in just a moment. Okay, no problem. For all of you that are watching online, again, there are, you know, a lot of you are asking the best way to help. The best way that we could tell you right now is maybe you live in a neighboring county or a neighboring state. Just contact your local Red Cross agency. They'll be able to organize, you know, donations that you may want to make. Just contact. I do want to say, I really want to thank all of the people that are on our crew here with the Weather Channel. They're just doing a tremendous job. Our engineers, our producers, our cameraman, they're just doing a really outstanding job in very difficult circumstances. None of them had, I mean, we've been on this for hours now, and none of them have had a break. They've all been nonstop. None of them have anything to eat or drink since lunchtime today, and are just operating on fumes right now, but I think really doing a very, very commendable job. Our cameraman Brad and I have been pretty much attached at the hip since we got here, and I think he's just doing, you know, a really great job of showing all of you the pictures here in Joplin and just how tough this situation is for the people that live here in Joplin. It's really, really heartbreaking. Tough to sometimes tough to keep your composure. I'm not gonna lie, it's tough.
When will that be? Well, if they can wait until after we're done broadcasting.
So Sean, when will we be done broadcasting live? 10:50. Okay, that's fine. Okay, how about we can talk to that guy in maybe a half hour or so? Is that okay?
Anthony, thanks for finding a hotel.
Oh yeah, I was sitting there like, man, what can I do? What the fuck do I do? I'm so helpless. Like, you know, we're gonna need a hotel, and they're gonna gobble up quick. So I mean, it's 20 miles away, but that was that's probably gonna be it.
Were you able to get the second night?
I got 2 nights. They're very nice. It's a Hampton Inn.
Dude, at this point,
Cheap.
did the van have a flat tire or no?
It does. It does.
Our van?
Yeah.
No.
Yep, but in order to do that, I have to empty the entire van. You have to drop all of that. You saw this lightning and shit over. I didn't. We're gonna get rain.
Well, we're going to be done broadcasting in about 15 minutes. We'll be clear from live.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna start.
So go ahead and start on it now.
Okay.
We'll be back here tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. We'll arrive at that house. It's like probably all day. So we'll probably
So then we have a command decision. You have a spot. When you come back here in the morning, you won't have a spot. Before we leave here. What I'm saying, if you leave, you won't have the spot.
Right.
In the morning, you will not have this location. And I don't think they're gonna let anybody in.
Right. So, well, that was the quick one. That's I don't know how that works.
Well, I mean, you have two options. The two options are we stay here all night long. Just, snooze out in the car. My vote would be to leave.
All right, thank you. Stand by, guys.
The deal is that,
Stand by.
somebody's gonna have to ride in the back near JK, and somebody just have to ride in the back. Then we could get, we have transportation from the hotel. We have Yeah, but I mean, the one person is JK, right? The other person would be in the back seat of the van. I don't think we need to talk about it as a group and see what. My vote, I would just leave it here.
Just gives you looking for information.
Look, Mike, there he is already. They're out. Monster right here.
Oh, wow.
The monster moth.
Just like Oklahoma City or whatever. It's, and I want to thank you all for watching online this evening. We're going to take that live stream down here in just a little bit. Our crew is going to get a couple of hours of sleep. We're likely to be back on for you tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Eastern, maybe even 5 a.m., but definitely early tomorrow morning. We'll broadcast for you tomorrow through the day and keep you updated on what's happening here in Joplin. But I know a lot of you have been watching the online stream. I appreciate you guys watching tonight, and a lot of you have asked how you can help. Best recommendation is to contact your local Red Cross agency. They can help organize donations. They can help organize the volunteer groups to come to Joplin and maybe help with cleanup. It's hard to put into words what has happened in Joplin, Missouri tonight. This town has been decimated by a tornado. There's heavy machinery going past, front-end loaders and bulldozers coming in to clear some of the debris. It's everywhere you look. There's no place you turn in Joplin that you don't see some sort of extreme damage. And it's not just light damage, it's extreme damage here in Joplin. A tornado touchdown just before 6 o'clock this evening local time, and we believe now is a very large wedge multi-vortex tornado that tore through Joplin. From what we've been able to estimate, at least from our vantage point, potentially as much as a mile-wide tornado here, maybe even wider than that. It's just a guesstimation at this point from our view, and many miles in distance. We can see off to the west is where it first touched down and became very, very violent. It has basically torn everything down, and it's right through Joplin, past the hospital, and down 26th. The street we're on is 26th.